Pseudocode. The meaning of the word pseudo, according to Google, is not genuine. So, what is a pseudocode? Technically, pseudocode is a representation of a code. Pseudocode is not actually a code. Wait, let me explain. For example, take this snippet of a code. This is a snippet from a code to print from 1 to 10. It is easy to understand in Scratch, but to make you understand pseudocode, let us consider the same program in C language. As a person who is not experienced with C, you find it difficult to understand, right? That is where pseudocode comes in. You can represent that code in simple language such that even a non-technical person can understand. Here is a pseudocode for the above snippet. Now you can understand, right? Even if you don't, here is a simplified version that I bet you can understand. There is no syntax or rules to write a pseudocode. It just has to be in a way such that the targeted audience should understand. So the steps in writing a program are as follows. First, you have to figure out the algorithm, then draw a flowchart, and after that, write pseudocode, and finally, the actual program. Writing a pseudocode is important because it makes programming easier. I'll give you tips to write a pseudocode while we are typing it. I've put the tips in resources too, so you can check that out too. Now, let us write a pseudocode for the obstacle avoiding robot from an algorithm. If you still don't know what an obstacle avoiding robot is, see our previous lectures. Now, pause the video and try to understand the flow. And once you get the flow, resume the video. I'm making the pseudocode in an open source software called Atom. It is like a text editor. You can even use Notepad. So at first, let's begin by getting the input from sensor. So I'm typing get input from sensor. And then after that, we have to move robot forward until an object is detected. So I am typing if the sensor detects an object or if the sensor is triggered, the robot should rotate 180 degrees and then it should move forward once again. And after that, it should go back to step 1. So this is in a continuous loop kind of thing. You get it, right? It is always a good practice to add the expected result or name of the program in top of the pseudocode as a comment. Just like this. Next, intend while using loops or conditional statements. We'll learn more about loops and conditions in upcoming lectures, so don't worry. Name variables in such a way that it is easily understood. For example, consider robot as a variable name. It can't be identified easily if there are many robots, so name it descriptively, such as robot1. This is known as naming convention, and we'll learn about this in our upcoming lecture, and it will be useful when we move to our text-based programming. But as of now, just remember to name the variables in such a way that people can easily understand. Don't shorten the pseudocode. I mean, write everything your program has to have. For example, if my real program has 2 sensors, one for left and one for right, include it in the pseudocode also. It's always a good practice to not shorten the pseudocode. Make sure you use double quotes when you're using print command. We don't have it here, but if you have it, use double quotes such as this. Keep pseudocode as simple as it can be, so that even a non-technical person can easily understand.